So I sort of bounced around a little bit for the first 3 or 4 years of my career, and then I moved up to Binghamton, New York, and joined a large private practice there where I was an associate for about 10 years before purchasing my practice in the end of 2012, beginning of 2013. And I actually heard about the practice potentially being for sale from another Cleinman member who's actually a good friend of mine. And he kind of pointed me in that direction and said, hey, if you're interested in having your own practice, there's a practice opportunity in Ithaca. So he got me in touch with Al Cleinman, and I had already known the owner of the practice. We were part of the local optometric society together, so I already knew of the practice, and I knew I enjoyed the town of Ithaca, so it was a good fit for me. Well, the change really occurred when I met with Al Cleinman and I met with the seller. And I think the actual meeting that changed my mind was when I met with Al one-on-one and realized that Al was really looking to secure my success as well as looking out for the interests of the practice owner. It was very evident that he was not going to counsel me to purchase the practice if it wasn't going to be a good fit. And I thought it was very interesting when we met that he sort of dug into my philosophy and my vision for what I wanted a practice to look like. And he was very confident that in me taking over that practice in Ithaca, that I would be successful. And it was very interesting that it didn't come around as a conversation to try to purely benefit the seller. I could tell he was looking out for my interests as well. I never had to negotiate directly with the seller, which was really amazing to have someone there that would bring my offer, bring my ideas to the table and sort of mediate and work to find a common ground. Because the ultimate goal really of any transaction is to make a deal that works well and satisfies both parties involved. You want both parties to walk away feeling like they've been taken care of and that they've brought or had some value brought to the table. Someone like Al Cleinman, who's put together so many deals, he knows how to read people and where they are, and he knows what people's desires are, and he knows how to find a way to make the deal work and to make it happen. I never felt at all like my interests were being underrepresented. The Cleinman Group really works for the deal. If there's concerns or challenges on either side of the table, they work hard to try to come up with an agreement and a compromise. So I would encourage any of my colleagues, if you're thinking about doing this, don't go at it alone. Any money you're going to spend is an investment in your future, and it's going to save you thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars down the road if you get stuck in a deal that's not a good one. And it's not just about making that deal, it's about having someone there along with you along the way to guide you and tell you and say, hey, this is a good idea, this is not a good idea, maybe you should consider this. And that's what the professionals are for, is to really offer their experience. Someone who's done thousands of deals versus someone like me who's done one, I'm not the right person to ask. You want to talk to the professionals.